If you read the Mueller report, he makes clear, even in the first few pages of the report, that he states no conclusion on whether Donald Trump and his campaign colluded with the Russians. But what he does reveal in this report, what we found in our investigation.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Pam Bondi cooked today in her confirmation hearing to be Attorney General leading the Department of Justice, arguably the most important position in the entire Trump administration. She'll be the most powerful law enforcement officer in the world. She is a friend of our show. She is a neighbor to me down here in Tampa. And she is somebody who is a firm defender and fighter for the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be nice to have law and order back in this country, and you'd think some people would be excited about that. But the only thing that gets Adam Schiff excited is when Donald Trump incites his erection.
In the election, which they did, for trying to coerce Ukraine into helping him in the next election, which he did, into inciting an insurrection, which he did.
How did everybody keep a straight face there? Somebody explain that to me. Like, nobody laughed. Like, it's like prima facie funny. Nobody laughs? Okay, well, nobody's laughing now that a individual in the crowd has leaked a video of Adam Schiff sleeping during the Pam Bondi confirmation. Adam Schiff probably wishes he was comatose. He was certainly put into a comatose state after Pam Bondi bodied him in multiple interactions today. Just utterly savaging and destroying Adam Schiff, standing her ground, not groveling, not bending the knee, not apologizing, not retreating. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting back. Here's Pam Bondi in this line of questioning from Adam Schiff that is just grotesque. Pam Bondi saying, yeah, maybe you have other problems that you should be concerned with in California, like your out-of-control crime and wildfires that are slaughtering everyone.
Different simple question. The president also wants to jail Liz Cheney. Sitting here today, are you aware of any factual basis to investigate Liz Cheney? Yes or no?
Senator, that's a hypothetical, and I'm not going to answer that question.
No, it's not hypothetical. I'm asking you, sitting here today, whether you are aware of a factual predicate to investigate Liz Cheney.
Senator, no one has asked me
know.
to investigate Liz Cheney. That is a hypothetical.
The president has called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you?
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president
Liz.
has
We're
called,
also worried about Liz Cheney,
Senator.
The
president has
You know
called
what we
for
should
this.
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
the
please
crime rate
answer
in
my
California
questions.
right now
You
is
are aware,
through the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your robberies are 87% higher than the national
my question
average.
Is this.
That's what I
My
want
question
to be
is
focused
this.
on, Senator.
Do you have the power to say no to the president?
General.
And what you're suggesting to...
Ooh, man, just freaking cooked. She cooked. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Schiff regularly leaks on his colleagues and takes privileged and classified information and sends it to the media. He was called out to his face for doing that by Pam Bondi.
The answer is you don't have the independence to say no to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It also requires you, if you're going to be a good attorney general, to be able to tell hard truths to the president. So my questions now are, can you tell hard truths to the president? So let me start with an easy truth that you could speak to the president. Can you tell us, can you tell him that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election? Can you say that? Do you have the independence to say that? Do you have the gravitas, the stature, the intestinal fortitude to say, Donald Trump, you lost the 2020 election? Can you tell us that here today?
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I won't do it. I won't play politics with any ongoing investigation,
so let me ask you another,
like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo.
If you can't answer.
Like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo. He did leak the Nunes memo. He did so to destroy the Russiagate investigation that proved that it was all fraudulent. And it was actually Adam Schiff who was proven a fraud by Pam Bondi when she noted that he was the one censured by the House for lying under oath about Russiagate, saying that he's seen direct evidence that Donald Trump colluded with Russia to win the 2020 election.
Be able to review hundreds of cases on day one?
I will look at every file I am asked to look at.
Of course you won't. So will you advise the president?
Can I answer the question?
Well, my question is...
I would have plenty of staff. You said, of course you want?
You'll be able to review hundreds of cases on the first day?
I'm not going to mislead this body, nor you.
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that. Let me ask another question.
You were censured by Congress, Senator, for comments just like this that are so reckless.
It will also be...
She would go on to just completely own Adam Schiff in his line of questioning. Adam Schiff talking over her, demeaning her. These vile attacks didn't work. The stuff's going thermonuclear viral right now. Adam Schiff getting just smoked. Pam Bondi putting on a clinic with Adam Schiff. I'm not going to mislead this body like you, who were censured by Congress. Pam Bondi roasting Adam Schiff about the robberies in California. She wasn't just dunking on him. She started off by saying, like, really sorry about the fires. You know, it's terrible. You know, nobody wants to see Americans suffer. Even though, I mean, it is true that people like Adam Schiff is who California keeps voting for. Stop voting for these people. Please. This is your representative, Adam Schiff. Again, he probably wishes he was unconscious after this destruction by Pam Bondi. Destroyed again and again and again. Pure cinema, people are calling it. He's getting bodied. Pam Bondi just took Adam Schiff's manhood. Oh my gosh. That's a way to say it. Pam Bondi just handed Adam Schiff his ass. This is no pushover Sessions or Bill Barr, right? The two other attorney generals serve President Trump. Pam Bondi shuts down Adam Schiff. This is just probably the most viral moment of the day, for sure. Woke up and chose violence against Adam Schiff. I'm not going to mislead this body like you did to Congress. Just completely and totally cooked. Adam Schiff probably not getting an erection incited unless he's into that kind of thing. I gotta tell you, man. Pam Bondi, though, doing just such a excellent job breaking down the Democrats today. This was a absolute and total masterclass by her, proving exactly why Donald Trump is so smart to appoint her to this position. Here's Pam Bondi explaining how she is going to see the Justice Department.
My brother-in-law is home with my niece. My nephews, if you could just raise your hand, Evan, Jake, and soon-to-be niece Savannah. My brother Brad, a brilliant lawyer. My sister-in-law Tandy, and my nephews Justin, who just got a 4.0 at UVA. Rex, great college tennis player. Brad, great tennis player. Is Rhea here? And my niece, my beautiful niece Rhea, and the little guy is in school because he's 10. My friends, Leslie, Kathy, Dina, Tiffany, Kim, Paula, and so many of my former coworkers. And Ranking Member Durbin, if you want to get dirt on me, these women have known me since I was a child. Seriously, most of them. So thank you for indulging me in that. They've all made a very long trip to be here. And thank you for holding my hearing as well and not postponing it. I appreciate that. Thank you all. From the moment I interned at the state attorney's office in Tampa, Florida, all I wanted to do was be a prosecutor. The Supreme Court certified me, and I had 4 jury trials while still in law school. Lost most of them, but had 4 jury trials and never wanted to do anything else. I continued my career there, trying everything from DUIs, domestic violence cases, capital murder cases, the whole gamut. I became a lead trial attorney in courtroom every day trying career criminals, was deputy chief of a division, and then ultimately was felony bureau chief, and eventually left to become Florida's 37th Attorney General for the state of Florida. Nothing has impacted my career more than my experience as a state prosecutor, because I got to know and still keep in touch with many victims and their families from when I was a prosecutor. Upon becoming Attorney General in 2011, I proudly served for 2 terms. I was term limited. I would probably still be there right now had I not been kicked out of office by term limits. I loved being Attorney General. I did my best to keep Florida safe, to continue to stand up for victims of crime, and to fight the opioid crisis and the drug crisis that was not only facing Florida, but this entire country. out of the top 100, this is one of the things I'm the most proud of, oxycodone dispensers in the entire country, I believe it was 98 of them, 90 or 98 of them, lived in Florida. We fought for tough legislation. Kids were dropping dead every day. We fought for tough legislation, and after that legislation, none of those opioid dealers, doctors, practiced in Florida. We fought to eliminate human trafficking by raising awareness and prevention and talking to parents and talking to children. We also provided critical resources, including safe houses, that my state was lacking. On the civil side, we worked to protect consumers. We tackled everything, including off-label prescription marketing, which affects, as you know, many, many people who can't afford prescriptions as well. We partnered with states' attorneys general from both parties and federal agencies across administrations. We went after price gougers during hurricanes. If confirmed as the next Attorney General of the United States, my overriding objective will be to return the Department of Justice to its core mission of keeping Americans safe and vigorously prosecuting criminals. And that includes getting back to basics: gangs, drugs, terrorists, cartels, our border, and our foreign adversaries. That is what the American people expect, and that is what they deserve from the Department of Justice. If confirmed, I will do everything in my power, and it will be my great responsibility to make America safe again. Making America safe again also requires reducing recidivism. We have to fix the Bureau of Prisons, and I am looking on both sides of the aisle. The Bureau has suffered from years of mismanagement, lack of funding, and low morale. I was proud to support President Trump's First Step Act. I think more can be implemented and more can be done on that front. President Trump's leadership on criminal justice reform has demonstrated what is possible when a president is unafraid to do things that have been deemed to be too difficult. We have to reach across the aisle and get solutions for all of these problems. Like the president, I believe we are on the cusp of a new golden age where the Department of Justice can and will do better if I am confirmed. Lastly, and most importantly, if confirmed, I will fight every day to restore confidence and integrity to the Department of Justice and each of its components. The partisanship, the weaponization will be gone. America will have one tier of justice for all. In all this work, I'll collaborate closely with this committee. I will work with all of you, as I've committed to do when I met with almost all of you. And I will partner not only with the federal agencies, but with the state and local officials throughout our great country. I look forward to answering your questions today and working together for this country and our Constitution. Thank you, Senators.